Hey, this is Mariela from MCP. Thank you so much for joining us. Today I want to go through a style shoot we did in Cambria with my good friends Daen and Mandy, a mother and daughter duo from the Nature of Things, amazing florists. And our dress was provided to us by beloved Couture Bridal, and our men's attire was from Friar. And our makeup and hairstylist is Lorena Manzo Beauty. And our models, of course, is Anai and Tate and their furry four-legged child, Umi. Now, you're probably thinking, why did we choose Cambria of all places? One, we just love the coastal line. California has just so much beautiful coastlines, but this one in particular doesn't get crazy busy. Yes, there's a lot of fog going on, the weather's unpredictable, but I feel like that just makes your imagery a lot more interesting. So we put together the shoot literally in, I think, 4 weeks. And we got trotting along, and our beautiful model and, Anay and Tate are a real couple. And of course their little doggy Umi, who is just their child, their love child. The California coastal line has an eerie but absolutely drop dead beautiful, gorgeous feel about it. The rugged cliffs and the rough seas and the fog that comes in and out. It's unpredictable, but we absolutely love that. The unpredictability makes it a more interesting day for us. We like to go with the flow. And, it was a very chill, relaxed day. The couple love each other and they're so easy to work with. And, we get that with most of our couples throughout even, real life weddings. But the difference between your real life wedding and the style shoot is we get to predict our time and we can get a more relaxed session and not worry that we have guests waiting for us. So that's the beauty of a style shoot. And of course, you're going to get this amazing imagery and you get to feel your grounds and feel what's there and what isn't, and your time factors.
Stand straight, Tate. There you go. That way. No, take the other way.
When I'm prepping for a style shoot, I have a very detailed mood board that I create. I first start with my Pinterest boards, which is my inspiration, and then I start developing from there. So the first thing that we do is we pick one item that gives us inspiration and we work around that. So in this case, we might have picked a grouping of flowers that we want to work with in those colors. So then we pick our colors from those flowers, and that becomes our color palette. From the color palette, then we pick our location and say, okay, what do we want to be at? And the location will and the color palette will marry each other perfectly, and the scenery. So with Cambria itself, when I did put all that together, I also envision how I want my images to be. So I get online, I start searching for what the coastline may look like for us, for, again, inspiration. And we then choose our attire and our colors, and then from there I will plan out what I call my shot list. So I have a very good idea of what type of shots I'm looking for when I'm doing a style shoot. So besides the bride and the groom and my flowers, we don't have an actual venue for these type of shoots. So I focus a lot on the flat lays, and when I do those, I also plan for those. So I have my little trinkets, my little mats, and my scissors, and my ring holders, and my rings, and my ribbons, and extra flowers, and invitation suites that, sometimes we'll work with stationary people. Other times, because I have a graphic designer in the family, I'll just have her or myself make stationery for that particular flat lay. For this day, we just focused on the flat lay as well as just the bride and groom and the flowers. And once I've got all that figured out, I do my mood board, and I have a whole sheet that is dedicated to what my poses are, what I want. But I do have at least 5 main poses that I will must have. So that will be like my wides, where I chose a location for a reason. So I will feature that location in a wide shot, as well as more close-ups. We have our little pooch, and we had to get some shots of our pooch in motion, so we got a lot of that as well. And then you've got the ocean and the beautiful fog that laid down over us, which created a really nice texture to the imagery. So we did stay around the cliff area, but then we moved more a little bit inland, where we had more trees and pathways and hills, and we worked our way around the area. But we didn't really go very far. We pretty much utilized as much as we could in the area and vicinity that we were in. I like to have movement in my images, so especially with a nice dress, it's got a beautiful flow to it. So we did take some time to have her running and moving the dress during our cliff session as well. But I also had her running towards me and away from me, as I love those captures where it looks like you're having fun. So with that being said, like, I do guide a lot on these style shoots. It's obviously not as natural and as laid back as a wedding would be, but that's the whole purpose of it, is to provide a more styled editorial shoot, because you have the time to do it more so. So consider, when you are doing a style shoot that's away from home, we take the opportunity to make it a mini vacay out of it. So my suggestion is to highly do that, because it's fun and you get some time off, with the people that you're working with, or you can choose to stay on your own, or whoever you're with. Like me, I'm always traveling with my dear lovely husband Demetrius, so we always make it a little mini vacay, a little mini getaway. So strongly suggest that. But there goes Anai running away and coming right back to me. I don't know what else. I hope you enjoyed my little BTS film. Thank you for taking the time to watch it, hear it. Join me on the next adventure, and stay tuned for the next one. Cheers.